Welcome to 3 Secrets to Creating Extra Income Guaranteed by the Government, working 5 hours a week from your home. Hi there, this is Ted.Thomas, and thanks for your interest in this free content webinar. Now I'm going to load you up with 60 minutes of powerful content. You're going to learn how you can generate income 100% guaranteed by the government, working 5 to 10 hours a week. So stay tuned, this is going to be a lot of fun. Now I'm Ted.Thomas, and I have a few ideas that I've proven and I've tested that will help you grow financially and help you make a lot of money. If you follow along with me for the next hour and 15 minutes or so, you'll get a handful of transformational money-making principles that you can use immediately. Now I'm going to show you some real stuff, not just how I'm doing this in my business, but how I help thousands of people just like you do the same thing. The wisdom I'm going to share with you is going to be the most amazing real estate material that you've ever seen. And it has the potential to transform your economic life and give you the income and the certainty and the security that you've always wanted and you deserve. I'm going to show you what I've been teaching thousands of students since 1989, how they can generate additional second income working part-time, 5 to 10 hours a week, and making full-time money. You'll also be helping the government because you'll pay someone's tax certificate. You'll be making sure that the school teachers get paid, the sheriff and police departments get paid, and the firefighters are going to get paid. Not to mention some of the money is going to go to the hospitals and the libraries and to fix those roads that you drive on every day. Now here's Samantha. She's a young mother who's very, very busy. Now she's going to show you how she made $18,000 while her newborn was napping.
If I can do it, anybody can do it. I find time in between feedings and changings and taking care of our farm, and I can still do it. So I did really well with this last deal. I mean, it's not over yet, but I spent just under $9,000, and I just recently sold it for $27,000. So I tripled my money in one deal. So pretty sweet.
Now I've been teaching women how to do this since 1989. Hardworking moms, young mothers, career women, and grandmothers, and everyone in between, from all walks of life and from all the states in the Union, even other places like Canada, Singapore, Australia, how to generate safe, secure, predictable, additional second income. The majority of these successful moms, young mothers, and grandmothers, and career women do this part-time as they have busy lives and they're taking care of their loved ones. Now, before I go further, let me answer the question, what is a tax certificate? It's a piece of paper about the size of what comes out of your printer. So let's go into the details. Now, these tax certificates are issued by local governments when property owners fail to pay their property tax. Now, the governments sell the certificates to people like you and to me to get money to pay the county employees and other bills. This presentation is all about part-time work and full-time income and having the ability to earn safe, secure income from government certificates, which will pay you outrageous interest rates, 16%, 18%, 24%, all the way up to 36% interest, and these interest rates are guaranteed. Now, basically, I'm going to give you a clear path to a second income so you can contribute to your family and do it in a safe, secure manner. Now, these tax certificates produce income which comes directly from the government. This income is predictable, it's certain, and it's secure. Your interest rates are guaranteed, and the rates are incredible. Some states pay 16% like Arizona. Other states like Florida pay 18%. Iowa pays 24%. Illinois pays 36%. Wow, think about these generous rates of return. Ask yourself, if the government would send you a guaranteed check for a large amount, would that eliminate some of the frustration and money worries in your life? Well, I'll bet it would. Students ask me, why does the government sell tax certificates? Here's my answer to that. The taxes aren't always bad. For example, property owners pay taxes, and the money pays for the county employees. It also pays for the police department, pays for the sheriff, pays for the firefighters, pays for the school teachers and the schools, and it pays us to fix the roads. So you're getting the idea. So property taxes are a good thing because we enjoy all those services. When you buy a tax certificate, you'll invest directly with the government, and you control the property. The certificate represents a debt that's owed to the tax collector. Now, this is a safe, secure investment. You will get paid, or the government will award you the property. The law in all states requires that you get paid or the government awards you the property. It's the law. Now, you're probably asking yourself, who should be taking this training? Ideally, it's for young moms, it's for mothers with careers, it's for grandmothers, and everything in between. It's for you if you're stuck in a corporate rat race. If you feel caught between your husband, the kids, and all that needs to be done around the house, let's not forget all those activities that might turn you into an unpaid Uber driver. This is for you if you feel like you're being pulled in many different directions, all at the same time. Now, who is this guy, Ted.Thomas? You're probably wondering that. I've experienced some of what you're going through every day, of every week. My mother was a single mom, and that was not by choice. My dad gave up and abandoned the family. That wasn't a good thing. He spent all his time in the smoke-filled bar, dirty bar rooms. I can tell you it was a little ugly accompanying my mother to the bar room, trying to get money from my father, even if it was for groceries. Now, I don't want you to think we were poor, but I'll tell you, my mother took the bus to work early in the morning, and sometimes she came home late at night. Now, when I grew up, we never had an automobile until I bought one when I went to high school with money I made working in a gas station. Now, I grew up pretty fast because I hated those washed out, hand-me-down shirts and jeans and clothes from my older brothers, who both took off from the family as soon as they could. Now, I'm not crying on your shoulder, but giving my mother money at 16 was really important. My younger sisters had no dad to help them through their formative years. Now, I'm not crying on your shoulders. Fortunately for me, Uncle Sam and the United States military educated me as an air traffic controller. Now, I'm going to show you how you can work from the comfort of your home with a laptop and start creating some extra income working 5 to 10 hours a week and create a lifestyle that you desire that you can actually design yourself. You're going to earn big money, checks from the government with interest rates of 16%, 18%, 24%, all the way up to 36% interest. The checks are guaranteed and they come from the government. I'm going to show you how you can create cash flow now, cash flow over time, and big paydays of $25,000 or more. That's the way you get to design a lifestyle of extra income and not just create another job. I'm going to show you, regardless of your upbringing, your past experience, your past jobs, even your past failures, even your current mindset, regardless of all that, I'm going to show you how to actually do exactly what I've just described. Now, whether you want to create a career or you just want a supplemental income, that's entirely up to you. You can decide for yourself as I walk you through step by step through this information. I'm going to give you 2 examples of real people making real money with tax lien certificates. Now, there's always a question from newcomers. People who are just getting started. They ask me, they say, Ted, what if the homeowner doesn't pay me my investment in a tax certificate? I'm going to answer that with a case history with a young mother so that you'll see for yourself. Now, this is Risha and her husband and a son. They followed my step-by-step system. You're about to see some pretty amazing results. Risha paid only 6 cents on the dollar for a tax lien certificate. Her total investment was only $11,000. The property owner failed to pay and redeem the tax certificate. The government awarded her a mortgage-free condominium valued at $180,000, according to the tax assessor and the MLS system.
Hi, I'm Risha Davis. I have a beautiful family. I'm married to this gentleman for 7 years, and we have 2 young boys, a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. I don't have a full-time job. This is what I do, and I do it because I can have my kids at home. I can take them with me on vacation. I can take them wherever I want to go, wherever we want to go, and I can do this all from a computer. You know, I still want to contribute to the household. I want to make sure that we have enough funds to live the life we want. You know, and having the resources and having the people that have our back and help us achieve that, it's incredible. This is life-changing. This is something that really is something you can do 10 to 12 hours a week. You can do maybe even less than that, depending on your knowledge of that particular market or that system. This is an opportunity where you can earn more than you would at a job in a matter of days, in a matter of weeks. There's not that demand for you to fit societal pressures of getting dressed in the morning and making yourself up. I mean, it sounds silly, but it's a lot of work for women to have to also put on makeup and have to wear a certain outfit. You know, this is stuff you can do from your pajamas if you want.
My all-in investment on this particular opportunity, where I was successfully foreclosed on the right to redeem, was about $11,000 on a property valued at $180,000.
When you just make one deal like Risha made, that will end your money worries for the future. Now, they bought a property, they bought a tax lien certificate, they were not paid, they ended up with a property. Now, 97% of all property owners will pay their taxes. So next you're going to meet a man that actually bought a tax certificate and he got paid. So we're going to see what happens with him. Now, you've seen a perfect example of what happens when they don't. Now you're going to see what happens when they do. So here's someone that purchased tax lien certificate and he earned generous profits, okay? Now, this man paid the taxes on 2 houses and 27 lots at auction. He took the certificates home. He put them in a drawer. He waited. He did no work. He had no property ownership. He didn't fix any toilets. He didn't paint the property. He had no management. This was a passive investment. The interest rates are guaranteed. It's safe and secure.
I bought 27 lots at a tax certificate sale, plus the 5 townhouse, all in one subdivision here, for $6,900. All I did was pay back taxes, and I turned around and got 18% on my money, which was $1,890. Where am I going to make $1,890 doing absolutely nothing? I bought it online at a tax sale. I put home, threw it in my drawer, and a year and a half later, here's a check in the mail. Hello, I won.
This is a simple and profitable system. Now, you have a choice. It's yours. You can either buy some system that's vague and theoretical. This doesn't work that way. This is the real world. I'm going to show you a simple, proven system that's predictable, it's certain, and it's secure. The money is guaranteed by the government. It's simple. I didn't say it was easy, but it's simple and it's super profitable. Now, the choice is yours. Now, my presentation is for you if you're feeling stuck. If there's anything that you're saying to yourself like, I'm not satisfied with life, I'm not satisfied with my financial situation, I'm not where I thought I was going to be at At the time I was making my New Year's resolution, this is a simple solution. Now, many of my viewers are not happy where they are in life. It's not where you expected to be. I get that. Maybe when you got married, you thought you were going to be in a certain place. Or when you got out of college, you thought you were going to be in a certain place. Well, now we're going to be able to change all that. This system will change that. If you're not where you thought you'd be at this point in your life, and you're not overly satisfied with your progress, this is for you. I don't care if you're stuck in a corporate job or you're stuck at home taking care of little kids and your parents. This is a solution to your financial security and your money problems. Now, at one time, I was a risk taker. I made my first millions buying apartment buildings and office buildings with investors. Everything was going great until the real estate market crashed. My properties lost 70 to 80% of their retail value. All my cash flow went down the toilet. Everything I had worked for and built for the last 20 years disappeared. It vanished. It was gone. All my friends left me. All that I had left was my regrets and the guilt and shame of my bankruptcy. This program I'm outlining for you is recession-proof. This is predictable, it's certain, it's secure. I'm going to show you how to make full-time money working part-time flexible hours from home. This webinar, I'm going to walk you through the process, show you a clear, predictable path on how to generate extra income. Many of you need a second and additional income source. I'm going to walk you through how you can do it. I look forward to helping you. I'll give you a clear path to that second income. You've already met Samantha, who is making money from home while her child is napping. You're about to meet Kathy Kennebec, who prefers to work while her kids are in school. Now, Grandma Dorothea doesn't want to take any risks.
The least expensive tax certificate that we bought was $109. And we've bought them anywhere from $109 to probably $1,000 or $1,100 and everywhere in between. So this is completely an affordable type of technique that anyone can use to get additional income. And even on those smaller tax certificates, we were still getting between 15 and 24%, sometimes even a bit higher. And I know that seems like a small amount, but when you have that coming in on a consistent basis, it adds up very quickly. And you can still end up buying a property even from a tax certificate of $109. As a matter of fact, we ended up buying a piece of property that was a fairly good sized property. The total amount was $4,500. It was assessed by the county at $29,500. We currently have that listed for sale. And once that money comes in, I'm going back to the tax certificate sale and buying even more because this has created an awesome additional stream of income for us.
Wow, think about that. And you can get thousands of these tax lien certificates. With this training, you can expect to locate thousands of tax defaulted property and tax lien certificates. Kathy tells me she's doing this from her kitchen table. Next, we're going to meet Dorothea. Now, she's an 83-year-old grandmother. She needed to make safe, secure money. She didn't want to take any major risk with her portfolio. Let's see how she did. I'm speaking with
Dorothea Gardner, and I took Ted's course 4 years ago. But I started with $30,000. And I made that into $130,000.
Wow, congratulations. Was it surprising to you to see how low some of the properties could be purchased? Were you surprised when you first saw that?
Oh, everybody is. That's what shocks them. They're absolutely shocked at if they had $2,000, they might be able to get a property worth $70,000.
Right.
But if they buy a deed for a few thousand, $5,000, $6,000, they may get that house worth $70,000 or $80,000.
Fantastic.
And
you don't have to do too many deals like that to be pretty happy. You can do 90% of this work from home. Now, if you don't have a plan to improve your cash flow income, this program will do it for you. Now, in this presentation, I'm going to show you other mothers, young moms, career mothers, grandmothers, how they make money, and you can just follow in their footsteps. Now, I'd like you to stay with me for a few minutes. If you'll hang in until we finish this presentation, I'll give you a manual that I've just finished writing. It's titled Ted.Thomas's Cash Flow Generator for Women. Now, you can download that as soon as I finish the presentation. Now, this is working part-time for full-time income. I'm going to give you a clear path to a second income where you can contribute to the family. This is all about part-time work where you're going to be able to earn outrageous interest rates of 16, 18, 24, and up to 36% interest. All of these rates are guaranteed by the government. Okay, you'll get your profit checks directly from the government. They're not going to come from a brokerage firm or insurance company or anybody. You get direct checks from the government. These tax certificates produce income that's predictable, it's certain, and it's secure. Now, your interest payments are guaranteed. These rates are incredible. 16%, 18%, 24%, up to 36%, which I mentioned earlier. Ask yourself, if you could get government checks that were guaranteed large amounts of money, would that eliminate some frustration in your life? Well, I'm sure it would. Now, this is a government-mandated program. It's 200 years old. It's little known, but it's highly profitable. You can do this from a laptop. You can do it from your home. You can do it from anywhere that you have an internet connection. Now, this is Marilyn. She's a senior. Now, many seniors want to make safe, secure money. The problem is the stock market goes up, 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 and when it comes down, it takes back all of those profits. Unlike safe, secure tax certificates, which produce a steady, predictable, certain, secure income.
Stocks are volatile. I've lost money in them before. With Ted's program, it's an online program. You buy everything online. I got 48, averaging 8-9%. Some of them are earning 18%. It's an awesome program. It's a safe, secure way to earn a whole lot better interest rate than the banks are giving you at a half or 1%. The little guy can do it. You can have a couple of $1,000s and invest. Most of the liens that I purchased were a couple $100s, under $1,000. So it's a secure program. I wish I had known this years ago.
And I'll bet many of you wish you knew this years ago. Now I'm going to go a little further. People ask me this question: what is a tax certificate? So let me re-explain that and make sure that you've nailed that down. It's nothing more than a piece of paper that gives you the power to control that property. It's a piece of paper about the size of what comes out of your computer, okay? Now these tax certificates are issued by a local government. When the property owners fail to pay their property tax. Now the government sell these certificates to you and I, and we can make really generous profits, and those profits will not only help ourselves, but we're going to help the government employees and all the other people that are associated. Now when you buy a tax certificate, you invest directly with the government. You can't give the money to Ted.Thomas. You'll control the property. The certificate represents a debt that's owed to the tax collector. This is a safe, secure investment. You'll either get paid on this investment or you will get the property. Now let me say that again. This is a safe, secure investment. You'll get paid by the government, or the government will award you the property with no mortgage. Now, I know many of you are moms and you're overwhelmed at home. You just have too many things to do every day. You have a husband to take care of, little kids, maybe big kids, maybe the neighbor's kids. So let's not forget about all the pets you're taking care of and tons of home chores. Now, some of you maybe feel like an Uber driver and you're taking the kids to soccer practice, school plays, band practice, doctor appointments, dentist appointments, and dance lessons and all that. Now, stay with me and I'll show you some solutions over the next couple of minutes. Some days I bet you wish you could just take off and go to Disney and not have all that stress and anxiety. Not to worry, in the next few minutes I'll have a bunch of solutions for you. For sure, there's not enough time in every day. You're preparing meals, you're handling mini crises, you're cleaning up, you're maybe taking care of kids and your parents. Your life is pretty intense, and you probably even need an extra income. So why don't we fix it? Why don't we fix that? Let's talk about money for a second. Where are you going to get the money for all these activities? You probably need a second income, and you need to find time to do that. Well, I have a solution for you, and it only takes 5 to 10 focused hours a week. So let me say that again. I have a solution for you that only takes 5 to 10 focused hours in the week. It's all good news. If you feel trapped at home, taking care of a young family, or your parents, or both, I'm going to rescue you and open some financial doors for you over the next few minutes. Now, during this presentation, I'm going to show you dozens of examples of people who are in the exact same situation you are, and they changed that situation. I provided them with solution, and they only worked 5 to 10 focused hours. Now, if I asked you what you really like to be doing, I'm sure you'd like to spend a few days traveling, maybe head over to Hawaii or out into the Caribbean and enjoy a restful day reading a book under a nice palm tree. Well, you'll get to go on that dream cruise if you'll learn how to do this program. Or maybe you want to head out and do a romantic trip to Paris. Let's think into the future, where your life could be pretty amazing and there's no ceiling on your income and you'll have plenty of energy and no challenges or money problems.
We did not know anything about tax foreclosure sales in depth. We knew they existed, but we didn't know what we could possibly do and how easy it was to go with the program.
Because when we heard, we thought it was too good to be true to be able to buy homes for back taxes. And once we found out that was true, then we bought a 45-foot coach and decided to retire from our jobs and get out of the rat race. We obviously started buying, and for instance, this house, we bought 20 cents on the dollar, and we're going to profit over $39,000 when we sell this one.
Wouldn't you be a lot happier? I mean, a lot happier if you can make one deal like Janine and Caesar this month? $39,000 would sure pay a lot of bills and leave some money left over, put in the retirement program, or even maybe get a new vehicle. Now they work when they want to and where they want to. Now, I'm going to give you a game plan so you can contribute financially to the family and work 5 to 10 focused hours. You'll like the solution because you can work at home and you won't have to commute to the office. Now, in just a few minutes, you're going to meet a woman who changed her career from daily commuting to now staying home, and she generates $100,000 a year in profit. Now, I know that you want a second income. It's going to change how you've lived with your family. The whole family's going to have a better life when you have that second income. So you're about to see some astonishing, almost unbelievable results and outcomes. I'm going to show you examples from my files of documented women investors making thousands of dollars. You just need to observe and learn what they do. Now, many of these successful women had no previous real estate experience. The top money earners just follow my game plan that I give to them. Now, this Jacksonville woman was desperate. She was recently divorced and alone with a handicapped son that she loved. Unfortunately, she gave her divorce settlement to a broker who lost the money. Now, she was determined to take care of that handicapped son. Using the solutions I suggested, she focused 5 to 10 hours a week. Listen to this.
Before I met Ted, I was scared to death. I had lost almost everything in the change of the real estate market, and I did not have a job. I didn't know what I was going to do. I have a brain-injured son who was 33 years old at the time, and I had a rather pricey mortgage, and I did not know how I was going to pay my bills. I didn't know how I was going to feed the dog. I was very scared. I had to find something. So I was at a seminar, and I saw Ted for the first time, and he was talking about something that was very exciting. I bought his program, did what he said to do, and oh my gosh, I made $100,000 my first year. I'm not worried about things anymore. I have developed a level of self-confidence I never would have believed. I know I can take care of myself now. I don't need anybody else to pay my bills, to do anything for me. I feed my dog. My son and I have a blast. It's the most amazing thing. I just really appreciate Ted even having this program. And the support that he offers has been nothing short of amazing. This is the best time to be using Ted's system. In my first year, I bought 7 different properties. I sold them and made over $125,000. I mean, is that amazing for somebody who had no experience at this, didn't know anything? I didn't even know what a tax deed was. I bought an office condo, I bought residential property, I bought a lot, I bought a boat slip for yachts. Just like this property right here. I bought this at a tax auction. I paid a little over $5,400, $5,418.03, and I sold it less than a month later for over $70,000, $75,000. I made a $70,000 profit, and these people got a house for $50,000 less than all the houses in the neighborhood were selling for. Is that amazing or what? I made money. They got a great deal. I love Ted. His system is the best.
She did the majority of that work online from her home. Now imagine making $125,000 in your first year. For sure, you'll be bragging to your friends and your relatives. Now she had no real estate experience, so just think of the security she built into her future. Just 1 year. Imagine single women or married women or women that are career women, this will work for you. You just need a laptop, a smartphone, some comfortable jeans, and a sweater. I'll give you all the skills that you need. You can be successful in months just like other people you're seeing in this presentation. Now give me a few minutes and I'll show you how to make a small investment of $2,000 and we'll grow it to $120,000 with little or no risk. Now it's not magic, it's a step-by-step process that requires only 4th grade math. So just stay with me. I'm going to give you a game plan that I've used with seniors to make big money. Now just as importantly, you're going to meet other women doing the exact same thing. They just implement my methods and have created income on their own terms. Now let me say that again. They've implemented my methods and have created income on their own terms. I'm sure you'd like to work only 5 to 10 focused hours a week. I have solutions for you so you can contribute to the family and have long-term income possibilities and leave something to those grandchildren that you feel so good about. Now with my help, you're going to feel safe, you're going to feel secure, you'll be able to control your destiny, and you'll have some financial confidence, and you'll even have some income. Now who's this guy, Ted.Thomas? We started learning about him before. Every day of the week, I'm doing the same thing. I have experienced some of what you're going through every day. My mother was a single mom, and that was not by choice. Fortunately for me, Uncle Sam and the United States military educated me as an air traffic controller. From there, I went on to be a commercial pilot and have a career. Now, bless my mother because she found another guy, and he had a house and a car, and he took care of her. Decades later, I got into business. I resigned from the airlines, and I started a business in California. The business was with other investors. It was fun, it was profitable, and we purchased large apartment buildings and office buildings until the mid-'80s, and then we had a massive real estate crash in the market. Properties lost 70 to 80% of their retail value. Now imagine properties dropping 70 to 80%. That destroyed all the cash flow and I lost everything. Now the loss of money was tough. The humiliation was devastating. It was one crisis after another. Humiliation and failure continued. Long story short, I ended up in a 2-bedroom apartment. At my all-time bottom, my wife was diagnosed with cancer. I couldn't let her down. There was hospital bills, there was MRIs, there was operations, there was recovery, there was back in the hospital again. I'm sure you get the idea. At my all-time low, I tried a lot of new things. I tried franchising. I looked at that, thought that would be pretty good. Well, the revenue was tremendous, but I couldn't imagine myself managing 100 teenagers. Multi-level looked like endless bottles of jars filled with health pills, cosmetics, makeup, soap suds, and the guys at the top made all the money. And I didn't want to wait 45 years to get there. So I'm sure you're getting the idea. Now, I don't know where you are spiritually or what your religion might be. The universe opened my eyes and I finally ended up meeting with some few hardy souls. And they introduced me to the world of abundance. Now, I said they introduced me to the world of abundance. At last, I knew everything would be okay because I started learning about tax lien certificates, which were safe, they were secure, and I could get predictable income. And believe me, I needed that at that time in my life. And then there were tax deeds, where you could buy property for 10 cents and 20 cents on the dollar with no mortgage. Wow, I learned the hard way. I'm no longer a risk taker, I can assure you of that. The profits come from tax deeds. You buy below wholesale, and if you're smart, you just sell low like Walmart and Costco. Now, I'll show you how to do that in my training. I'm no longer a risk taker. I learned about safe, secure tax lien certificates, and that's what I needed at that point in my life. Now, women do very well at this business. We teach them to research, and they're very good at it, and they follow directions, and they understand bargains.
Let me ask you a question before you go. All right. Is this going to change your life in any way?
It already has, Ted. I quit my job. I'm doing this.
I quit my job too, and our why is to get my husband to be able to quit his job. Like, part of the reason we're able to be and do is because he works away from home 3 weeks of the month. And so our why, you know, this is our Get Stan Home project.
But if I can do it, anybody can do it. I find time in between feedings and changings and taking care of our farm, and I can still do it. So I don't plan on going back to work when my mat leave's up.
Folks, these women are all making money, and they're only working 75 to 90% in the home. They make their money working from home. So this is the way you want to make money. You could be doing the same business from your kitchen table if you wanted to. If you get this right, you'll be successful. Tax lien certificate investments are predictable, certain, and secure. This investment won't let you down. Tax lien certificates get you paid, or you get the property free of any mortgage. It's the law in every state and every county. Now, before the end of this presentation, you're going to meet women who create income that delivers a life that they love. Now, let's go on, and we're going to come to big secret number 1. But before I do that, there's no other investment on the planet that protects your money and secures your money and gives you returns of 16, 18, and 24, all the way up to 36% on your investment. Now, I promised you 3 secrets. Big secret number 1 is let's do things risk-free as much as possible. With tax lien certificates, you invest with the government and you'll get a check back from the government. Now, these certificates are proven to work. Government treasurers report 97% of all certificates pay you your investment plus the profits fully within 24 months, and the interest rates are guaranteed. Now, I'm sure that you've checked out many other home programs. This probably isn't the first idea you've looked at. Now, let me tell you how I got into this. You probably said to yourself, no to selling your friends overpriced products and many other things. Well, so did I. So I got involved with government tax lien certificates because they've been around for over 200 years. Now let's look at the bottom of that slide together. Everyone benefits with a tax lien certificate. First of all, you will get paid. Secondly, the government gets paid. Thirdly, the property owner benefits because you're helping the property owner. They don't lose the property. And that's why this is the best investment in America today. This is the safest and most lucrative investment that you'll ever see, only in the United States. Now, all properties are taxed in the USA. All the properties owe property taxes to the local counties. The office building shown on the right side of the slide represents the local county which is owed the property tax. Now, if the county doesn't get paid, approximately half the counties will issue a tax lien certificate, which is shown by the arrow. Now, the other half of the counties will actually confiscate the property. That's right, they'll kick the people out and they'll take the property. When you buy a tax certificate, you pay someone else's taxes. That's right, investors pay the delinquent taxes. This is the safest, most lucrative investment in America. I can say that because you won't invest with Ted.Thomas or a broker or a stock exchange. You're going to invest directly with a local government and you'll receive a government check in return. Your money is safe and secure. Now, it's the law. The tax collector puts you in the first lien position. You don't have to do anything. This is a passive investment. Now, you'll lock in your earnings. The interest rates are locked in and guaranteed to be whatever that state mandates. This is an exciting, safe, secure investment. Your money is secured by the real estate. You will get paid or you will get the property. Now, I've only shown 5 states on the slide. Okay, look at those rates, 16, 18, 24. Texas pays up to 25% in less than 6 months' time. Now, just think about that. Now, each state, everyone has their favorite. My favorite is Georgia because in the second year, you can earn 30% on a Georgia certificate. Now, you'll be learning these techniques from me, and you'll learn how to make these high interest rates sitting at your kitchen table. As I say, my favorite state is Georgia. Why? Because in year number 2, I can earn 30% profit on my investment. Now, I'll tell you more about that as we go along. Now, I don't sell investment. It's important for you to understand that you will not give Ted.Thomas money. I'm an author and a publisher of information. You'll invest directly with the government, and the government gives you the right to receive all of your money back, plus the high interest rate that you'll get on the property. Now, take a close look at this slide. It says the government gives you the right to receive all your money. Could you buy real estate and be guaranteed to receive all your money back? Could you buy a stock on the stock exchange and be guaranteed to get your money? Could you buy anything and be guaranteed to get your money back? Not so. But with tax lien certificates, you invest with the government, government. If you don't get paid, you'll get the property. So that's your assurance that you're going to be getting paid. Now remember, the tax collector in each county determines the interest rate. It will be important. I will teach you to buy in the counties where you can earn the most money. Students ask me, why does the government sell tax certificates? I answered this a little earlier. In this presentation, I told you taxes aren't always bad. For example, property owners pay taxes and the money pays for the county employees. It also pays for the police departments, pays for the fire departments, and pays for the schools and the school teachers, also pays to fix the roads. So you're getting the idea. Property taxes benefit everyone.
I'm Shannon Ulrich. I've been being coached by Ted.Thomas, by Bill Williams in the Ted.Thomas group. Having the coach made all the difference, and while I quit my job, it was an office job, and as a teacher I knew I could be making more money. And my husband had been working on the oil fields for 2 years at that time, full time. I was seeing him once a month, and we were tired of that lifestyle. And we knew that he couldn't make any more money, so I had to get out of my rut and do something different and drastic. And so that's what we did. We paid around $34,000, which was 27% of the assessed value, $120,000. And then 6 months later, we were able to sell it for $135,000, which was 3.7 times our investment. I just feel like I've really progressed. My husband's really proud of me. That means a lot, you know. With selling my first tax deed, I made 2 times my yearly salary in that 6-month period. Now I get to be a grandma, and every day is a Saturday.
Folks, think about that for a second. She made $100,000 on one deal. Not only does she have income, but she has security. This school teacher grandmother followed my system step by step. The game plan guided her to $100,000 profit in 6 months with working with me. All of that on one deal. Now her emotional pain and feeling lonely and empty inside was solved, and she did 90% of the work from a small office in her home, and she brought her husband home too. So think about this. How long would it take you working in an office or working at a job or working in a profession to make that kind of money? Shannon certainly replaced her husband's income, and you can be sure she's not going back to teaching school. At this point, you should be asking yourself, would this work for you? The answer is yes, and it requires only 5 to 10 focused hours per week. Now, where would you be now if you had learned the system just a few years ago? Guaranteed, your life will change when you complete this training. Financial doors will begin to open for you. You need to start thinking about earning $25,000 and $50,000 in a month. Now, where would you be in 10 years? Think about that. Where will your family be in 10 years if you don't invest in a program like this? Government tax certificates and tax auction properties will be available for the rest of your life. My point is, once you learn this process, you can scale to whatever you want. After all, there's thousands of tax auctions. So let's move on to secret number 2. You're finally making investments that help other people. Now, tax lien certificates allow property owners to find time to pay their taxes and handle their crises. Now, earlier I promised you that I'd show you how to take a $2,000 tax lien certificate and grow it into $120,000. I'm showing you the power of interest rates. Now, these are amazing returns. Now, don't make these deadly mistakes with your money. Here's a perfect example. You could be buying online, or if you had a savings account with $2,000 in it and it was earning 3.75, we could easily figure out 1 year profit, and then you could reinvest the profit and the principal 19 more times, and you would have, as you can see, $4,129. Now, that's not very exciting in 20 years' time. But with tax certificates, we know we can invest in different states with different interest rates. So let's go to Arizona and let's invest at 16%. Let's take the same $2,000, invest in Arizona certificates at 16%. And so we'll invest the profit and the principal over 20 years, and now you'll have $30,000. How's that? All we did was change the interest rate. So the choice is going to be yours. Do you want to get 3% or do you want to get 16%, or should we even try for 24%, which we could get in Iowa? So Iowa pays 24%. Let's use the same $2,000 investment, and let's take the profit and the principal and reinvest it every year for 20 years. And as you can see, it's $120,000. Everyone can afford $2,000 to get started in a program like this. Now, tax certificates are safe, they're secure. You invest with the local government, and your profit checks, they'll come back from the government. You don't have to worry about your money. You will get paid. Your money is protected by the property tax code. Now, if the property owner fails to pay the property tax, you're going to get the property, just like the property you're seeing here. If you pay the tax on that property and the property owner does not pay you, the government will award you the property with no mortgage. Now, it's the law. Now, I don't make the rules. I'm just bringing you the message. I'm telling you it's the law. If you don't get paid, you will get the property without a mortgage. How would you feel with just one deal like that? That'd sure make you feel pretty darn good, I'm sure. I don't want to brag about myself, but I thought you'd like to know why you should listen to me. I'm an investor just like you. I don't waste time. I'm a no-nonsense guy. I know why you're here. You expect me to tell you what to do and how to do it so you'll be successful. My teaching is based on results. There's no fluff. My training is down to earth and it's step by step. I have full-time guides to hold your hand. You don't want to learn this by trial and error. Mistakes could be very costly, and it takes a long time to recover the money that you lose. I've seen people lose their entire savings doing this wrong. I have the ability, the knowledge, and the experience to guide you, and I have a team of certified coaches that can help us. Now, most people don't have a plan to improve their cash flow, so I'm going to create one for you, and I'm going to give it to you. I don't know how much money you have, but maybe you don't have much to get started. Now here's Bob. He's going to shock you. He purchased a tax lien certificate for only $67.12, and the property owner failed to pay the taxes. Now this could be you.
I'd have to say that the best dollar-for-dollar deal I've ever done on a piece of land, it happened in Oklahoma. I went out to an outlying county and I bought a tax lien. The tax lien was on a 25-acre piece of land. The tax lien was only $67.12. You'd think that nobody would ever abandon a piece of land for that small of a tax bill, but things like that do happen. And guess what? Those people never did pay that tax. They never redeemed that tax lien, and I ended up getting the tax deed to that property. I eventually sold that piece of land for $22,500. It's not uncommon to make $10,000 or $20,000 off of a deal.
If you don't get involved in this program now, what would you do for your money worries in the future? Think about your financial situation. We're going to be able to help it out a lot. All right, so let's move on to big secret number 3. Now you can do this at home. Now I know most of you won't believe me on this, but you can do this from a laptop computer from your home or your office. I'm going to show you how to do that in the course of this program. Now if you don't believe this, I'm going to tell you anyway. You can do this from home. Now I'm going to teach you my secrets of doing this. I have some secret weapons. I don't have time to tell you all about it now, but I've been teaching people online for more than 5 years. I have clients in Mexico City, I have them in Canada, I have them in Singapore, I have them in Australia, and I have them in the United Kingdom. So let's move on. If you do this right, you'll make a bundle. Buying power is on your side. At tax defaulted auctions, where discounts of 60, 70, and 80% are common at live and online auction. This gives you a massive amount of room to make serious money safely. Not everyone starts with small dollars. This program attracts people who have money that are frustrated with their brokers, their financial planners, and their advisors. Now, thousands of separated and single women are searching for a secure investment just like this one. Now, Deborah tried for years to find someone to manage her portfolio. She only asked for a 5% return. It was frustrating, as most of her advisors had lost money. Now, after taking my training, Deborah finally took matters into her own hands. She started out with only $25,000. She quickly grew that $25,000 to $74,000. Now, that's a $49,000 profit working from her kitchen table. So let's learn a little bit how she did that.
My name's Deb Murphy. Purchased my first property, bought it for $24,000. It'll literally sell for $70,000. I'll probably list it around 75, 76, and it'll sell. I did it all online, by phone and by computer. Ted's material showed me that I can depend on the county records, what's online as far as property appraisers records, what's online as far as all the documentation around a property, that I could depend on knowing 75% of what's going on with that property without even stepping foot on it. There are 3 reasons why I love doing the tax deed sales. Number 1, it's something that my husband and I can do together now and when we retire down the road. It can be fun for us. At the same time, we can be making money and doing business. Second reason is I'm learning a ton about myself and my skill sets, and I really am enjoying the personal growth. And the third reason is it's great money.
Folks, just one deal would make a new business for you. So in just a few minutes, I'll finish this presentation. Hopefully, you're carefully considering what you're going to be doing next year financially. I'm sure this business will work for you. Now, Deborah not only had fun buying online, but she also needed a new source of income, and she developed that with no trouble at all. Deborah is making money with her knowledge. I think that's important, that she's making money with her knowledge. She's not selling widgets. You can be doing the same thing just like Deborah. Now, generally, women do very well in this business because we train them to do research. Now, they're very good at research. They ask a lot of questions, and they get a lot of answers. Now, this is clean, white-collar work. Forget about that fix-up. It's all nonsense. Now, I never said this was going to be a piece of cake, so I don't want you to think it's going to be that. You must focus 5 to 10 hours a week. Now, don't let some YouTube video impress you that you can do this easily and without any training. Now, I'm going to tell you it's simple, but you know it's not easy to make $25,000 or $50,000 without a guide or some training. Now, this system is proven. It works. It's been proven and tested for a number of decades. You can do this system. Now, you're going to get tons of training and even have coaching provided if you want it. Now, you only need 5 to 10 focused hours a week to do this program. So don't quit your day job. Just keep your day job until you make enough money doing this that you can move on to something else. Now stop worrying about how old you are. Now earlier we met Dorothea. Now Dorothea was 83 years old and she turned her $30,000 investment into $130,000. Now next you're going to meet Juanita, okay? Now Juanita is 92 years old. She spent a few minutes in one of my trainings, okay, in a workshop. And wow, I want to tell you right now, a huge bonus for all of you that become new kinds. I'm going to give you 2 tickets valued at $2,500 to attend my 3-day workshop. Now that's a $5,000 gift, which I'm going to give you. Now this is a picture of Juanita showing her bidder's number. Now that's not her age. She's 92 years old when we took the picture, but that's her bidder's number. She's going to go to an auction. So let's just give you just a little clip and see what happened to her at the auction.
There was 47 lots for sale, and the minimum bid was $103.
How much did you pay?
$3,770.
Okay, so she spent $3,700, and this property's going after hers for how much?
Right now they're listed for $28,000. And I did already get a lowball offer. I could have doubled it, but to hell with that.
You could have doubled what?
I could have doubled my money.
You turned it down? You could have doubled your money?
I sure as hell did.
You sure as hell did.
What I did tell her, I will drop it all the way down to 20, easy. But I'll still make a good amount.
So you make 3 times your money?
Yep.
So this is like a little gold mine.
It is.
Yeah. Let's thank Juanita for helping us out. Is that great? Well, Juanita's having a lot of fun. So why trust Ted.Thomas? Well, first of all, I have no investments to sell you, and I make no commissions by selling you investment. I'm not a money manager. I'm not an advisor, so I seek no fees from you. So I'm not beholden to an insurance company or a stock company or anything like that. I'm a teacher, and I'm an entrepreneur who works in the trenches and practice what I teach. Now, I have ironclad proof that what I'm teaching you to do will work for you. Absolutely work. Now, I conduct live buying tours, as you just saw a minute ago. Tax lien certificates, you can't buy them from me. These are government-issued certificates. You must buy them from the government. Now, thousands of my systems are sold all on a fully guaranteed basis. You'll have my performance guarantee. Now, take a look at these folks. I could ask you the question, do they look like they're having fun? Well, I hope you're pretty excited about what you're learning about. But right now, I'm sure you feel like there's a fire hose handing you all this information. Well, not to worry. The Ted.Thomas training is really the light at the end of the tunnel. So I hope all this is making sense to you. I hope this makes sense, and the training will change your future. Your life is about to change from the current life that you have. Now, these people are all making serious money. Just like you saw earlier, Grandma Shannon, she made over $100,000. And how about Risha? A small investment, $11,000. Was she doing well? And look at Deborah, doing it from her kitchen table, making over $49,000. Now, this learning system is a solution to your cash flow problems, okay? When you do tax lien certificates, your life is going to be filled with abundant ways to make money. Now, this is a solution to cash flow problems. I've been training people to do this for over 2 decades. So let's look at my option number 1. Now, my training systems are not cheap. However, they're comprehensive, they're detailed, and if you can follow directions, they'll guide you to that second income that you want. Now, my training is combined with coaching, with a whole coaching team that will assure your success, and you'll do well at this. Now, I want to talk to you just a moment about my coaches, because we're all serious investors about purchasing tax lien certificates and tax deeds. Now, no coaching team on the planet has the experience of the Ted.Thomas coaches. They've generated millions of dollars in profits. Now, why am I telling you this? For a very specific reason. You'll have 1 or more experienced coaches available to you once a week for 52 weeks with my course. Now, my weekly training comes every week on Wednesday night. There'll always be a coach there, and they've been there for over 13 years. There's always a coach there to help you out. Now, this is valued at $3,000, but this is going to be my gift to you no matter which option you choose today. If you choose option 1, which is my advanced training, or if you choose option 2, which is the internet special, you'll always receive this coaching for 52 weeks, 1 hour every single week on Wednesday night. Now, my program is all about making money. Now, the college and university system has managed to put literally millions of people over their head with debt. And they're all youngsters in the 20 to 30 range. And not one of the college systems that I know of teaches people how to make money. So my program is only about making money. So this training is not like a college, it's not like a university. I've cut through all the fog, I've got rid of the ivory tower professors, there's no administrators, there's no expensive old looking campus buildings, no fancy green lawns, no old statues. Just down to earth training, that's what we do. Now, I give you a guarantee of results, and I do that in writing. You can take my guarantee to your attorney if you want to. There's no weasel clauses. There's no BS. It's down to earth. If you can't perform, we'll be there to help you. Now, this is a list of different universities around the country and what they charge for training. Yes, training is valuable, but let's compare their prices with the Ted.Thomas prices. Now, keep in mind, I don't have any fancy campuses to maintain, and I don't have to take care of those lawns and those buildings and all those things. So I can keep my prices way down low. So that's going to be a big savings for all of you. Okay, now advertising and marketing is my biggest expense. Fortunately, I have no high-priced TV and I have no radio ads to buy because we're doing this on the internet. So I'm going to pass on those savings to you. So that's going to save you a lot of money. I mean a lot of money. This course that you're looking at is valued at over $15,000, but you can purchase this online for $2,995. Now this training was created and designed for serious-minded people. People are firmly committed to making $25,000, even $50,000 in the next year. Now, I understand you found me on the internet. I'm also aware internet buyers are looking for a bargain. So if you're a bargain hunter, well, stay tuned, and I'll tell you about my internet special in just a few minutes. Now, this program will work for you for decades into the future. Now, each year, it gets better and better. There's more and more tax certificates each year, and you could work less once you know how to do it. Now, I've been guiding and mentoring for over 2 decades. Now, young mothers, career mothers, seniors, you name it. Each year, there's been more abundance for all of us. This just gets better every single year. It's perfect if you're a young mother, career mother, or a senior. Now, maybe you want to help your folks earn more money. Now, here's one of my graduates who solved a retirement problem. You could do the same thing for your folks.
At my age, I feel like I need to be in control of my investments. I've seen people in mutual funds and stock brokerage accounts having somebody else control their money, and it's being lost, it's being diminished, especially in this economy. People are losing their retirement, and with Social Security and Medicaid and Medicare not being there for us, we have to take our matters into our own hands and find an investment that's very aggressive but safe. Very difficult to do. Ted's program showed us how to invest in something very safe with very high return. 18% on my money. That's what I got with my first transaction. When I got started with Ted's system, I didn't really want to leave the house. I work from home. I enjoy my home. I don't want to get in a car or on an airplane and go to another place or even drive around in my own area. So I got online. I got on the internet. I researched a lot of different counties and found one that I really liked, in a county very close to the ocean, which I thought if I end up with a property, that might not be a bad place to have a property. But I've located a property that was valued at about $50,000. There were $2,273 in taxes owed. So I sent a check for that amount to the county register. They sent me the certificates back, and I put them in my drawer. A few months later, I got a check back for $3,159, an 18% return on my money. Very simple, very safe, and I would do it again and again and again. And I recommend it to anyone who wants to take control of their future and their retirement and have a good return without the risk. And that's the important point. I'm too old to take risks with very aggressive stock portfolios and so forth. It's just too risky. Right now, this is the one for me.
Folks, I've helped hundreds of senior citizens do this. Now, I'm showing you how to make money in a predictable, certain, and secure way. Now, you could show your adult family members how to do the same thing. You won't have to give back, and they won't have to give back all their profits when the stock market takes a drop. They'll have steady income from tax lien certificate. Now, when you look at the results that you've seen from Peggy and others, doesn't it make sense for you to get started? Well, of course it does. Before I close, I'm going to give you 4 very specific and valuable competitive advantages that will be included in this program. Now, no other group or competitor has the ability to give you these competitive advantages, including a process to accelerate your learning and simplify your wealth building. All right, now before I go any further, I want to explain this certificate. The coaching certificate you see pictured here qualifies you to attend a 1-hour class every Wednesday night on your computer on the internet with a live coach. Folks, that's 52 weeks of the year, 1 hour a week training for you from your home on your computer on the internet with a certified coach. This certificate is valued at $3,000.
What I like about Tech's program is that there's a Wednesday night call every Wednesday night. So there's always somebody on the other end of that phone call that if you have a question, depending on what you're doing, that will answer that question. And that made a major difference in our business because when Mario bought the 6 properties, something happened at that sale that I was able to call on that Wednesday night. There was Coach Crystal on the other side of the call, and she gives us insight. So that night we were able to make a decision, and then Mario went back to the auction the next day. But again, they really want to help us. They want to really help us make a better life for ourselves. Crystal, the next day, called. She sent me an email. She left me 2 messages. And when I came back home that day, I was pretty amazed that somebody reached out to me like she did. And she didn't have to. I mean, she did her job, she did her call. So that's the kind of the support that Ted's offering.
This coaching certificate is valuable. It has a $3,000 value. Every client gets a coaching certificate with their program. Now, my coaches have deal-making experience. This is real learning from qualified experts every Wednesday night. The value of the certificate is $3,000, and this is my gift to you. It's my first competitive advantage. Now, here's my second. I'm going to give you 2 tickets to attend a workshop. Each ticket is valued at $2,500. This is 3 full days of instruction from professionals. Now, if you've learned a lot watching this presentation, just imagine sitting with me and my expert coaches for 3 full days. You'll find it's absolutely amazing. Now, I'm not going to stop there. You'll also get to attend 4 classes online on how to buy tax certificates online from your living room or your kitchen table. Now, this is a $1,000 value, and we will practice online auctions so you can do it just like the professionals. So you'll have a competitive advantage. But my biggest and most important advantage is I'm going to give you 4 guides to hold your hand. Now, these are real people in my business office. These people have specific schedules every day to guide and facilitate your learning process. Now, these people have access to thousands of questions, and they have all the vital answers. I'm running out of time. I don't want you to miss this young mother's story of taking care of her family and at the same time making big money. Her question was, where should she go to purchase property? And I suggested that she go to the auction in Los Angeles, California, where she had relatives, and there would be many properties that she could choose from, which she could research from home. She asked me, will you guarantee there'll be enough properties? I assured her hundreds of properties would be available for 10 and 20 cents on the dollar, which she could buy and research from her home. Now, like every student, she was skeptical. That's why I provide a written guarantee. Now, she was concerned about going to Los Angeles. Would there be enough properties? So I requested the Los Angeles County Treasurer send me an auction list, which you're looking at on the screen right now. Over 2,000 properties to be auctioned. Starting bid is just the delinquent back taxes. Now, I know it's difficult for the average viewer and listener to believe that the properties in Los Angeles County could be selling for just the back taxes with no mortgage. But it's the law, and it's the law in every county in the United States. This is the reason you can make $25,000, $50,000 on one deal, all because of these low prices. You'll be shocked when I show you students buying nice properties for 15 and 25 cents on the dollar. Now, there's an old saying in real estate, but it's very true. You make your money when you buy, not when you sell. The tax auction is the secret that you need. You buy at 10, 20, 30 cents on the dollar, and there's no mortgage. It's the law in every state in the union. Now, I'm going to give you a game plan. I'm going to show you a step-by-step process that you can do for pennies. Now, I've created a systematic, proven and tested process. I'll give you a roadmap. It's almost like having a GPS. All you have to do is follow the instructions. Now, of course, I understand that many of you want to stay home. Many of you want to buy on the internet. So let's visit with this young lady with 2 children who completed 90% of her business from home online. And she was doing that while she was raising her family. Now, this is going to be Anna and Tony. They're Canadians. However, they live in Costa Rica where it's nice and warm. And they're raising 2 young girls. Now, she bid on a property at auction. She purchased it from the tax collector. It was valued at $210,000. Her top bid was only $14,000. Folks, that's 7 cents on the dollar. You'll be trained just like these extraordinary people who know where they're going in life. That's what you want. You want to know where you're going in life. So here's their story.
I came across Ted.Thomas material sometime in July of last year, and it was just really good timing because we were just about at time looking for something with greater returns, something that will give us more time to spend with family and enjoy our family more while, being able to live the life we've always dreamed of. Because I attended Ted's 3-day workshop, I knew that LA has a 2-day auction. What happens is whatever they don't sell on the first day, they sell half price on the second day. And that is how we ended up with our lot. We paid $14,000 for a lot that was assessed, I believe, $210,000.
You more than doubled our money.
And move on to the next deal. Yes, yes. So we have 2 girls, almost 11 and 6 years old, and this new business will really give us more time to focus on our family, spend more time with our family, travel more. For instance, when we went to King County, we took the kids to Vancouver because that's where our family is, so they could visit grandma. At the same time, we spent time with them. So it was a bit of a family vacation / business trip, which is always nice. And being able now to work on this, not every day, 7-8 hours a day, but more kind of come and go basis, you have more free time to take family trips, to enjoy each other.
Wow, 7 cents on the dollar. Just one auction property could change your life and end your money worries forever. Think about what she did. She learned that from home. She spent 90% of her time working on a computer on the internet. Now, just a few deals like that will make a huge difference in your life. Now, keep in mind, they had no long lines of traffic to wait in. They didn't take the bus to work. They weren't on crowded subways. They didn't have to get in commute traffic. The weather is always good in Costa Rica, nice warm temperatures, and they're making good money. You could be doing the same. All you have to do is learn how to do this program. I hope you're seeing solutions and second income for your family. This works for people who are willing to follow directions and want to make $10,000, even $15,000 a month, working only 5 to 10 hours a week. Now, in just a moment, I'll reveal my internet special. But first, I'm going to show you my accelerated learning program. Okay, now I have 2 options for you. First is my premium offering for student investors who want to accelerate their learning. This is for people that have already planned to participate in tax defaulted auctions, that want to get in business within the next 60 to 90 days, and they want to buy at auction for 10 and 20 cents on the dollar. Now you'll be receiving an 80% discount, okay? This training system is valued at $15,000. Fortunately, you're seeing this offering on the internet, which means I have no expensive TV advertising or satellite radio advertising to pay for. So that means I'm going to pass on that huge savings to you and give you a massive discount. This product is valued at $15,000, and you can buy it on the internet for $2,995. And you'll be on the path to wealth within a week. Now you're receiving an 80% discount from our retail price. Now I promised I'd show you an internet special and make your startup as bargain friendly as possible. Now I'm going to give you my Walmart, my Costco price. Now I've modified the premium program to give you this huge discount. This learning system was created and developed for the internet bargain hunters. I call it the internet special. As you can see, it's now discounted all the way down to $1,995. Now, as I say, you're getting my Walmart Costco pricing. You're only paying $1,995 because I don't have advertising or television costs to pay. So I'm passing on all those savings to you. Now, option two, this learning system was originally valued at $9,995. It includes the learning materials that you can see on this page, including a written performance guarantee. Now, in addition to that, we're going to give you 2 tickets to come to a 3-day workshop. I'm going to gift you those tickets. That's a $5,000 gift. Now, I'm not going to stop there. I already promised you a coaching certificate with a $3,000 value. That gives you ability to study online with a coach for 52 weeks of the year. That's 1 hour each week. Plus, you'll get learning materials you can see in the left-hand corner there of manuals and guidebooks. Now, that's all delivered online. You won't be receiving a physical product. Now, let's not forget that you're also going to get online lessons so you can buy at online auctions. Now, to create the internet special and make startup as bargain friendly as I could, I'm giving you my Walmart price. Now, I modified the program to give you a huge price discount. Now, here's how I made that modification. I've developed a system to access online every property in the United States. That's 100 million properties. Now, the average person, let's call that the person, the man in the street, is not aware of the information or the system or how to get this detailed information on every property. That's what we do with the flash drive. This is all proven and tested. 97% of the students who use this system are successful in locating bargain properties, which will be sold with no mortgage, sometimes as low as 10 and 20 cents on the dollar. Clearly, the combination of the flash drive that you see here and the video coach will accelerate your earnings and your financial future. This alone will accelerate your income to $25,000 to $50,000 on 1 or 2 deals. Now, this is my most popular and best-selling program. To get started, you get everything you see on this page, plus you'll learn online, and you'll have 52 weeks with a real coach. That's a $3,000 value in itself. This program is definitely in your best interest. Now, years ago, when I was getting started, the invisible hand reached out and helped me and got me out of my funk from a massive bankruptcy. So I started over. From that small boost, I learned a big lesson, and that lesson was this. When you can help people, you should help people. Well, I can help you now. I'm going to give back to you and help you in the hopes that you'll be committed and successful to help other people. I'm going to offer you a generous scholarship. I'm always looking for people who will share their success and encourage others to take action and help others. I'm going to gift you this $1,300 scholarship. Let me say that again. I'm always looking for people who will share their success stories, encourage others to take action, and help themselves. I'm gifting you this $1,300 scholarship. Now, I can't give away the complete training, but I can give you a scholarship valued at $1,300. This is a discount from my $1,995 price point. Now, I can't give that to everyone, but I'm willing to give that discount to the first 18 people. It's really simple. $1,995 minus $1,300. You'll only pay for the program for this program $695. Now, I'm giving you the deal of the year. Everything you see on this page is valued at over $9,995, and you're only going to have to invest $695. That's less than $2 a day to end your money worries. Now, I'm going to close this presentation with just a few words. I'm offering you a new life. This is a fork in the road. This is a proven process, and yes, getting wealthy is a process. This is the world of abundance with tax lien certificates and tax deeds. There's a never-ending supply, I can assure you of that. It's done step by step, and I hope all this makes sense to you. This is entirely safe, it's secure, and will make your future much different than the life you currently have. Now, when you think about it, you spend your whole life searching for predictability and security. If you master these skills now, just imagine where you'll be in 1 or 2 years in the future. I can assure you, when you finish this training, you can expect some pretty remarkable results. Your family will be proud of you, and you'll be grateful for your contribution. It's time to review the order form and make your offer. Either way, I look forward to meeting with you and guiding you at my next 3-day workshop. This is in your best interest, It's priced for pennies. It's less than the cost of 1 gallon of gasoline a day. Now it's time to make that important decision. Option 1 is an accelerated advanced training program. Option 2 is an internet special. The big blue button you see directly below on this order page, it's simple to get there. Just click the big blue button. I'm Ted Thomas.